What a great day, everyone! We are the student and researcher of Pambayang Dalubasaan ng Marilao, and we're going to discuss and present our research entitled Factors Affecting Programming Performance of a Freshman Information Technology Students at Pambayang Dalubasaan ng Marilao on amidst pandemic. So, without further question, let's proceed to our objective. So in this research, our objective is to discuss and to present number 1, statement of the problem, 2, data gathering, 3, statistical treatment, 4, result, 5, analytical statement, 6, conclusion, and 7, recommendation. So let's start to proceed to statement of the problem.
Statement of the problem. The study attempts to determine the factors that affects the programming performance of information technology students at Pambayang Dalubasaan ng Marilao on amidst pandemic. The researchers want to know what is the factor that mostly affects the programming performance of freshman information technology students at Pambayang Dalubasaan ng Marilao.
Data gathering procedure. The researchers conduct a research online survey using questionnaires for first-year college students in Pambayang Dalubasaan ng Marilao or PDM. The researchers give a common factors affecting programming performance of IT students and form it into a rating scale, aiming to identify participants' opinion regarding a particular research subject. The participants should answer the survey questionnaires and submit it.
In this study, we use the relative importance index as a formula to analyze the data and get the ranking of factor that affects programming performance of IT students by using the formula shown in the presentation, where N5 is the number of respondents who rated 5, N4 is the number of respondents who rated 4, N3 is the number of respondents who rated 3, N2 is the number of respondents who rated 2, N1 is the number of respondents who rated 1, and A is the weighted number, which is 5. Then N is the number of respondents, which is 35.
As shown in Table 1.0, the tally of respondents' vote who rated 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the total weighted votes who are based on online questionnaires survey form. For the Table 1.1, we're going to divide the total average from the product of the weighted number and the number of respondents. And we can get the RRI, or the Relative Importance Index, which ranges between 0 to 1. After getting the RRI of every factor, we're going to rank each factor according to their computed Relative Importance Index, starting from the highest to lowest compute.
The result of the tables above shows that the time management with the relative importance index of 0.78 is the rank 1 and be considered as a main factor that affects students' academic and programming performance, followed by distraction with the second place and as a relative importance index of 0.78 to 875, caused by unnecessary activities. Students are struggling with managing their time between studying and living during the pandemic. With blended learning, one would think that the students will have more time available on their hands because they study at home on their own convenience, but this is not true. This leads us to distractions with a small difference in margin compared to the highest factor, which is time management. Unnecessary activities can be easily forgotten by students and be overshadowed by other activities because of their insignificance. Activities that are given for the sole purpose of giving activities are often disregarded, causes students to procrastinate because they cannot understand the benefits of doing the said activities. Students are also faced with the inconsistency of audiovisuals use, which is also affected by the noise environment, which is also a factor that affects students' performance with a relative importance index of 0.78.28. The reason for this is because either the noise on surrounding area are louder or that the audio is being presented or having poor internet connection that the student cannot see or hear audiovisual or book.
I'm Robinson Tan, and I will be discussing the chapter 4. So, let's start. Based on the indicated findings, the following conclusions were drawn. 1. The outcome from investigation and understanding of information shows that time management with relative importance index of 7.67% is the fundamental factor that influences understudies, scholastic, and programming execution. Number 2. The second most elevated in the result is the distraction and audiovisuals, with the same relative importance index of 7.62%, achieved by inconsequential activities. Thank you. The next one I will be discussing is the recommendation. So, let's proceed. The study stated that the factors affecting programming performance of freshmen information technology students at Pambayang Dalubhasaan ng Marilao on amidst pandemic. The following recommendation is being presented. The researcher recommendation to the students who's currently facing the COVID-19 pandemic during this new normal must do something, like having a time management, strengthen your mind and body, enjoy your making strategy to pursue your own well. Always think about the positive side. It will help to grow, also strengthen your mental and physical health. Researchers also recommended to those students to set a plan ahead of time and be always organized. For the teacher, this data can be used as a guide to understand the reason why some students did not accomplish their task. Don't make yourself be pressured. During this pandemic, think about the students who wants to learn despite of poor connection. This study can also be a help for the future researcher. You may use this as a reference to understand the topic.